We are here whether we like it or not. And as two old coaches up here in the booth, we enjoy it.
Aztecs are going to take their time here. Swing the ball around, make sure everyone gets a touch. Good hard dodge and great slide by Davidson for the Rebels. Unforced error there, but good ride by the Aztecs to get it back. Going to get a quick whistle here. Maybe try to get an easy one, which they might. Probably not the guy that you want to go after, Michael Morse. As you heard Coach Gagnon said earlier in the broadcast, Michael's a transfer from High Point University. Played for the Rebels in 2014, took 2015 off, and here he is in 2016. He's already got one cause turnover on the day early on in the game here. Rebels with their second offensive possession. Good hard dodge down the side. A little force of a pass to the inside. Probably want to go to X with that pass. Aztecs in transition. There's the yellow call. Slow it down. Once again, get their guys onto the field. So the Aztecs defense is coming up big. 2 possessions, 2 stops, 2 calls turnovers. And now here they are with their second offensive possession. First midfield still out there on the field. Got Eric Dodds, Kevin Lease out there at the midfield with, trying to figure out who the third guy is. Looks like it's going to be Austin Rebick. Well, Austin's coming off. They're going to get another guy on here. Here's a dodge. Just want to occupy his defender. Still waiting for their 6th guy to get on the field. Here he comes. Aztecs are just a little umbrella set with their middies, 2 behind, 1 on the crease. Same offense they ran with the first group. Good hard dodge down the righty alley, good rollback. Good shot by Ward, just a little wide. Nice look inside here. Nice shot. Got our first goal of the game. Number 4, Connor White. Nice lefty high to low shot. Rebels strike first. Second face-off of the game. Rebels won the first face-off. See what happens here. Nice win by Ryan Hicks. Good ground ball by Sandoval. Short coach Charlie Jackson's looking for probably a better shooting opportunity than their last possession. There's an unforced error out of bounds. Probably not going to be happy about that one. Nice ride. Good ride by the Aztecs to get it back. That's Josh Brent. Try to get an easy one here off the quick whistle, and they do. That's how the easy goals in this game. Quick whistles. Kevin Lease gets his first goal. Got ourselves a 1-1 ball game. Lease is a sophomore. He had a great year last year, having 26 goals and 10 assists for the Aztecs. Gets an easy one there. Got to always cash those in if you get the opportunities.
Little unsettled situation.
Yeah, starts with the ride. Quick whistle, good heads up by Josh Brent to pick it up and push the ball. We got our third face-off here. It's 1-1 in the face-off category. Aztecs win this one pretty cleanly. Now they've gotten 2 out of the 3. Pushing the ball, Sandoval. Looks like a pretty good athletic kid. Good stick. Had 36 ground balls for the Aztecs last season. He's got 2 on the day so far. Looks like the first midfield's out there for the Aztecs. Dodds. You got yourself Dodds. Rebick. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly. And then you got
Austin Rebick.
Yep. Thank you, Coach Holman.
He's a younger brother of a recent Aztec grad. So.
Unfortunately, an unforced turnover again. Here's a shot by Day. Great save by Carlson. Day's going to have the green light here for the Rebels. Had a great season last year in 2015. I'm sure he's looking to get a good start here in 2016. Nice save by Carlson. Couple unforced turnovers here for the Aztecs. They got to take care of the ball. Got to move their feet, come to the ball, throw the ball on the run, do all the little things so you can actually get an opportunity to shoot it. Can't be lazy out here.
Sounds like you're stressing fundamentals, Coach.
That's the name of the
down
game.
to fundamentals.
Great dodge outside the cage, but good hard dodge. Good hard dodge by Lease. And once again, I hope I'm pronouncing his name properly.
Kevin Lees.
Lees. Thanks. You can correct me all day.
I'm Mr. Phonetics over here. Hooked on phonics.
Good decision here by the Rebels to slow it down. 15 players on the roster. Probably not looking to get into a track meet out here. Take their time, take the air out of the ball, get some touches, run an offense because it's been a while.
Yeah, I'd agree. They are playing Ironman lacrosse, but there you see a turnover, forced turnover by 13 there on Aztec defense. Kevin McMahon.
That was a great defensive takeaway by McMahon. Good clear here. Finding Bouchel in the middle of the field. Pretty impressed with that defensive stop.
Yeah, that's Andrew Beakley in the middle of the field.
Beakley.
I know the family.
Would not have guessed to pronounce his last name Beakley, but
it's a tongue twister.
I'll trust you.
We're at the 7:25 mark in the first period here. 7:25. Thanks to the Aztec lady managers down there, keeping us up to date on the time. We haven't let you know already, we are here live at San Diego State University. This is the first game of, 12 games we're doing, Chris, this year? 12?
11, 12 games. See how it goes.
Yeah,
right?
11, maybe it'll take 12, who knows? So you see.
Try to get in as many as we can.
Yep. Jonathan Estrada there for the Rebels, just running through people.
Great
right
clear.
I'll tell you what, he's being real patient right there. So he could have taken a bad shot.
Beakley applying some good hard pressure.
It's good clear.
So far, some good defense on both sides. There's that look to the crease again. Nice save.
Oh. That actually snuck right by him, but the goalie put the clamp on it, so well played.
That's White. He already has one of the day. Was able to get open inside. Good ride by Day. Probably one of the more athletic players in the SLC, if not the entire MCLA. Guy's a complete workhorse, plays offense, defense, will take face-offs, will play on the wing. Man up. Wouldn't be surprised if we see him on man down. To be honest, the guy can do it all.
I'm pretty sure I saw him filling up the water cooler earlier, too.
Team player.
It's 4 points per game he averaged last year in 2015, so that's, as you see, UNLV draw a penalty. He might draw another one here.
Yeah, got to control the checks.
Oh, backside, look. A little rushed.
Backside was open for all the youth players out there and the young ones. Just because there's a flag down doesn't mean that you got to shoot it within 3 seconds of the flag down.
Right.
You know, take your time, still get a good offensive possession. Not a lot of angle there on that shot. I mean, if you hit that shot, I mean, you might have a 5% chance of that one going in.
Right.
So still be patient, even though there's a flag down. Run the offense.
I think you can chalk it up to freshman. He's a freshman.
He's a young one. He'll learn.
And we'll be saying that a lot tonight, folks, because the UNLV roster is chock full of freshmen and sophomores. And Coach Gagnon couldn't be more excited.
Good sneak. Good sneak. Good hit. Good sneak. Good hit. Beakley, man.
I'm glad they didn't
He's
call
active.
a foul on that because it looked to the eye it was a good hit, but you could easily be mistaken and call a foul on that. Obviously, the Aztecs looking to pressure here on man up.
Man up was looking solid. Great ball movement. White finds his teammate, Corey Ewing, down low on that lefty pipe. Ewing was the one who took the shot earlier just missed.
Yep.
Great skip pass by Day. Over to White, down to Ewing. Convert on their first man up of the day. Two to 1 UNLV.
We'll get a check on the time here coming up.
McMahon had the penalty there. He's an athletic, but I believe it's a slash call on the penalty.
It was a slash.
McMahon just got to control his stick. I think he got him on a back check, maybe.
Yeah.
Aztecs win another face-off. That's their third win of the day, so they're doing a good job at the Axe. Down 1 goal here. First quarter.
4:45 in the first quarter. 2-1 UNLV. SLC Vice President and MCLA Exec Board Member Chris Malone alongside me here, and I'm Matt Holman, bringing you live SLC game action.
Matt, you gotta let the fans know you're the president of the SLC.
Titles, Chris, titles.
But at least that lets them know you've been around.
Yeah.
Been around.
We've both
Former
been
head
around.
coach at San Diego State. The former head coach at Arizona State.
We got former coaches
A lot of formers.
running wild. We didn't want to be on the sideline, so here we are.
Sorry, that's McKeon. Connor McKeon. I've been calling him, was it Lice? What's
Yeah, Lee's.
Lee's? That's McKeon. Good hard dodge off the pipe.
Our angle's a little rough here, folks, so we're
Bear with us.
waiting for the sun to get out of our eyes, and we'll be able to see these numbers a little easier.
Yeah, number 1 and number 7 looking
Very similar.
for the Aztecs. Good look inside to White.
Oh, my goodness.
White has great hands. They are obviously looking for him all day. I think that's about the 4th or 5th feed inside. Great hands. He's a lefty.
I tell you,
Nice shot.
Yeah, one of 3 seniors, and Coach Gagnon spoke about him, very highly about him in our pregame. Second goal of the day.
That was nice. And everyone's overhand. Every shot he's taken is overhand.
I saw him catch that cross-face cradle twice, spin out of the pressure, and just shot it overhand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Rebels up 3-1 here in the first quarter.
.315 mark at this face-off, 3:15.
Sandoval with another ground ball. It's his third of the day. See if he can clear it here on his own. Just leg this one out. There you go. Aztecs have too many on the field right now in the offensive end. I don't know if the officials are going to see it. They got 7 over there.
There you go.
And there you go.
Lucky for them, that's just simply a turnover, possession turnover.
Yeah, Aztecs they're getting possessions, but unfortunately their possessions are only about 10 to 15 seconds long because they're shooting themselves in the foot here. Just unforced turnovers are killing them. Great look inside.
That's the backside look we were mentioning earlier, folks.
Nice little wind up to a feed. Dylan Proctor, freshman, has got to handle that one on the backside pipe, but that's a great look by the Rebels D Midi.
Yeah, Coach Jackson, we met with him before the game, and San Diego State Coach Jackson, and he mentioned that even in the victory last night, the 6-3 win over UCLA, you know, as a coach would early season, he said it was really sloppy. And that tends to happen. Wouldn't you agree, Chris, this time?
Yeah, you know, first game or two, probably your first 4 games, you know, maybe 5. You're trying to figure out your team. You know, you got to get the rust off. You know, this is gameplay. I mean, the intensity is different than it is in your practices. And, you know, these guys, they're young. I mean, both teams lost some guys from last year, and everyone's getting used to one another and kind of knowing their role and getting comfortable with the offense and the clears and everything else that they're going over during the week. So you're gonna see some turnovers, but you just don't want to see the same one over and over.
True. That's a good inside roll right there.
Drawing a high hit.
Yeah, I think he did. Let's see.
Drawing a high hit.
Yeah, legal
great
body
hard
check.
dodge.
Legal body check.
If you ask me, Lee's number 7 for the Aztec he's gonna have to be the guy. He's missing out on his counterpart, Troy Cummings, who had a great year for him last year. You know, Cummings had 64 points last year for the Aztecs as a freshman, and he's got an injury and he's not playing today, and so Lee's is going to have to step it up here.
Yeah, Cummings accounted for 3 goals on average a game, 3 points a game last year. So we're coming up with 1:10 left, 1:10 in the first quarter. UNLV is still down, so they're going to have to kill the rest of this penalty.
Rebels aren't going to. All right, here we go. They're going to slow it down now.
I thought the same thing.
Not,
I thought he was going to go at the goal there.
They don't mind. They don't mind pushing it. They see an opportunity. Look, you got Connor White on the inside.
Yep.
You got some guys that can handle the ball. You got Day. I mean, they got some good players out here.
The penalties up. And you see Coach Campo yelling to his guys, imploring them to slow that down before there. So, unforced error.
Great GB by Day. Good look here to
move,
Jones.
Good move.
Down. Nice shot.
Beautiful.
Nice shot by Dylan Proctor. He catches that one and finishes.
And Eric Jones with the assist. Dylan Proctor on the UNLV goal. It's at 4-1 UNLV.
And a lot of the UNLV goals have been these unsettled goals. You see Blake Day pick up a GB in traffic, right? And then all of a sudden it becomes a 3-on-3.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Guys aren't in sliding positions.
Not in the right position.
You know, they're taking advantage of these unsettled situations. It's just a lot easier to score goals unsettled than it is 6-on-6. And if I'm the Aztecs, they got to stop giving up these opportunities. They got to get into the hole, right? Match up with the opponent and figure this one out, because Carlson is kind of being hung out there, and he's being asked right now to come up with some big saves.
And my error there at UNLV, that was a man. I believe there's a few seconds left in that penalty. and they'll win the face-off. And now they're released. And they drew another foul.
Yeah, a lot of uncontrolled checks out there for the Aztecs. Officials aren't going to put up with it. Oh, they're going to give him a push. They're going to give number 33, Will Maloney, push from behind. Aztecs go man down here. First man up by the Rebels was pretty much right on. Great ball movement. He got a skip pass from Day to White, and it created an opportunity for them. They actually got two pretty legitimate shots in that first man up, and here's their second one. Day's going to start with the ball, and I believe I just heard the coach say hold it, because I don't believe there's that much time left here in the quarter.
Yeah, clock is on the field.
Clock's on the field, so Coach Holman and I don't have sight to how much time there is, and there you go. There's only a few seconds. So the Rebels will start with the ball in the second quarter, no face-off.
All right. This is Matt Holman for Chris Malone. We will be right back with more action from the SLC Game of the Week. And welcome back here. We rejoin the action. Start of the second period. UNLV is man up here. 30 seconds, start of the second period. Well, game reset, 4-1 UNLV. 4-1 UNLV in this SLC Division I South matchup here, early season matchup. Matt Holman alongside Chris Malone here in the booth. And Chris, your thoughts on that first quarter?
First quarter? Oh, here we go. Hey, second quarter starting just like the first.
I think Eric Jones just summed it up for you.
Yeah, Eric Jones, nice shot. First of the day for him. Essentially, Rebels come out at a 3-3. Aztecs were shutting off Day on the crease. It was just a nice rip from Jones from probably about 14 or 15. I don't know if Carlson had trouble with that one because the sun is in his eyes.
I mean, it was off hip. From our angle, we had a good angle. It was right off his hip, stick side. But it didn't look like he saw that at all.
No, it didn't. It might have been screened from someone. But, hey, look, good catch, good shot.
Yep, catch and shoot every time.
Put it on the cage, make the goalie make a save.
Let's see if the Aztecs can get some momentum here. A big ground ball would be nice. And as I jinx him.
Good hard hit, let it go. Could have been a high one, but good ground ball by the Rebels. Good hit.
Ooh, we got some action here in front of us.
Hey, this is a conference game. This is a big game. big game for both squads.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, in the SLC, each division, the Division 1 has 5 teams, and the top 3 from the North and South make the playoffs. So you lose one division game this early, and unfortunately, you could be playing for last place, just like that.
You're digging yourself out of a big hole, even though it's just one loss.
Yep. So it does keep it competitive, keeps it very high pressured on the team. So this should be a good one. And by no means are we writing the Aztecs off here. We're just. So you have Blake Day, one of the big guns for UNLV there, trying to dodge on 2 or 3 players. They look for the Aztecs. It was a slow break opportunity, but now definitely want to settle it in, let your offense get on the field, let everybody get a touch.
Yeah, and the Aztecs actually had numbers. Day was kind of jogging back into the hole. Obviously,
right.
Big question for him is going to be, he doesn't really come off the field, so how hard can he go and how long can he go for? So I actually thought the Aztecs had about a second or 2 there to find a guy, but they also need a good possession here.
Yeah. Well, he fumbled that pass. That entry pass was fumbled, and that's where you got kind of hurt on that. So UNLV's got a zone on here right now. And you can't dodge against the zone.
I don't know if it's a zone or if
just
the UNLV defense was just confused. And I'll have to correct you on that. You actually can dodge the zone.
You can. It's not advisable.
Yeah, you got a short stick on, you dodge the zone. The reason you dodge the zone is because they actually don't think you're going to do it.
Well,
if you watch,
if
you got a short stick on you,
do it. Well,
do
there
it.
You go.
Good dodge here. Good. That just happened to get through there for Josh Brent. Got to put that one on Cage, especially when you're down 5-1. This is a big possession for the Aztecs. Their only goal has come off a ride. They haven't really created much from their 6-on-6 offense. This is the longest possession of the day for them. Good hard dodge.
Oh, skip.
A little late on the skip and threw the ball. Way to get inside.
Oh, good backup here on 7. Outside.
Nice.
That it?
Lease, yeah.
That's it.
Lease turns the corner. Goalie's not on his pipe. Was able to sneak it through the goalie and the near pipe. And that's exactly what they needed. And Leeds is going to be the guy. If that's his second goal, I mean, he's got both goals for the Aztecs. If San Diego State's going to get back into this game, he's going to be the one to do it. He's out there with some young players. He's got to really step up, even though, he's only a sophomore himself. But he's got to play like a senior today.
Yeah, that's 11:58 in the second. 5-2 UNLV. 5-2 UNLV.
We'll make it take it here. Get the goal, get the face off. Looks like we have a timeout for San Diego State.
Correct. Timeout San Diego State. UNLV up 5-2, and we will be right back. And a big thanks to Israel Lacrosse, proud supporter of the SLC Game of the Week. Team Israel is looking for Jewish lacrosse players who are ages 18 to 26 to participate in the 3rd annual lacrosse birthright trip this June. Limited to 40 spots, this trip is completely free. It includes round-trip airfare from New York to Tel Aviv. These spots are going quick. If you are a Jewish lacrosse player, don't miss this opportunity of a lifetime. Register now at www.israellacrosse.com. That's www.israellacrosse.com. And we're back to live action here. Aztecs with the ball behind the goal, down 2-5. 11:40 in the second period. 11:40 in the second period. Beautiful day here in San Diego. 75 degrees, Santa Ana wind conditions. Chris Malone by my side. We are your SLC broadcasting crew.
Got a little 1-4-1 going here with a dodge up top on the pole. Wow!
Bachler got him a timeout.
And the Aztecs are fired up. Great timeout by Charlie Jackson. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that coming out of a timeout.
I mean, he's got sophomore. He's listed as a D-midi here. Sophomore Eric Dodds, number 3. Beautiful split dodge from the top. Went to his left, which probably kind of caught the defender off guard with most of these guys being right-handed. And beautiful bounce shot right out of a timeout. Couldn't ask for more. A little momentum.
Yeah, good high to low. Lefty shot on the run. Could have been a D-midi last year. Now he's playing both ways.
You see our referee names there, but they're actually incorrect. We'll get that edited out. That was next week's game.
UNLV wins the face-off. Just trying to now get it out of their zone, defensive zone.
That should be withholding there. Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah, player fell down, the ball's in your stick, and you're on top of the ball. As you hear the Aztec faithful coming out. Came out after the basketball game. You didn't see that.
No, I did not. Great crowd here on the side for the Aztecs.
Yeah, there's a good, looks like about 100 students down here. They came out, the Aztec basketball team just went to overtime in their game that ended about 15 minutes prior to the start of ours. And it looks like the show, part of the show came over, as they call themselves, to root on their lacrosse team. So that's good to see.
You want to stop the bleeding, win a face-off, and that's exactly what UNLV did. Great save by Carlson. Great look, great backside pass.
You couldn't ask for
right?
it. We've been. I think Coach Campo and Coach Gagnon in their huddle, said look for that backside pipe because he has been open.
Yep, they're sneaking there.
I think we know why the Aztecs are leaving him open because that goalie just stopped him one-on-one.
Yeah, nice save.
Troy Carlson, beautiful save. Good outlet right here. Gotta catch that. We gotta handle that.
Love to have that one back.
Yeah.
I'm sure McMahon would agree with us. Well, the Rebels are getting some good looks here on offense. They obviously had 4 in the first quarter, excuse me. They got 1 here in the second quarter, which was a man-up goal by Eric Jones. McMahon is putting on the pressure. It's kind of a one-on-one drill. It's just 10 other guys on the field.
Yeah. I think they got him on a hold. Yeah, they got him on a hold. It's a good initial check, and as soon as that player tried to step out of it, he withheld him from moving. So 30 seconds here.
If you're going to be an aggressive defender, you're going to be in the box. Plain and simple. If you can't control it, I mean, McMahon's got his second penalty of the day. Well, actually, it might not have been on. Yeah, it is on him.
Yeah,
he's going.
Yeah, he's going.
He actually thought he was staying on the field. No, sir, you're going to the box.
So
and that's his second one. And
timeout. Timeout UNLV.
Yourself out there.
We have a timeout UNLV as they go man up here for 30 seconds. And we will be right back. back to the action here. 9:26 left in the second period. UNLV on a man up, just coming out of a timeout here. Working the ball around, good sneak. Stumbles. Goal. 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 Corey Ewing. It's the second of the day.
I mean, that was just perfect ball movement. Nice and crisp. Every pass was in the box. One cradle throw. Boom, 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 boom. Essentially, the ball was moving faster than the Aztecs defense could rotate. Right. And Ewing makes a nice little play right there. Nice little, not wanting to call it a dodge, but he came to the ball. All he knew is he's going to suck up one check, and he's going to be able to get his hands free. And shot it stick side, hip side. Right on stick side on the hip.
And Chris, you'd say something, like a 15-man roster. We're guessing here because I've never tried to coach with a 15-man roster, but
not many people have.
To be disciplined is an understatement because you probably, you've got to value each possession. And I think that was a good example. They came out of timeout. Coach set the play in the huddle, and they executed without a guy even thinking twice.
Yeah, I mean they're taking advantage. There's 3 goals on man up right now. They're 3 for 3. That's half their goals today, and so I thought it was good timeout by the coaching staff. And once again, I mean we've had 2 timeouts today, and
both have led the goals.
Yeah, both have led the goals.
Coaches, young coaches, use your timeout. Can't take them home with you.
Day with a great ground ball there.
And a shot. Can't get that number. 17. Eric Jones, second goal of the day for UNLV. Eric Jones. UNLV leads 6-2. 8:04 in the period. Second period, 6-2. Eight.
7-3.
7-3.
There we go. There we go. Do we have the score?
No, he's got it right. It's
7-3.
7-3 UNLV. My fault. 7-3. And I'm instructing our scorekeeper here, so don't blame him.
Aztecs with a face-off win. Great ride by the Rebels.
Oh,
good scrap right here. There you go. Good hustle.
Tuck and run.
Good hustle both ways.
We've got sticks flying everywhere. This is great hustle here.
Move the ball. There you go. Don't want to run with it too long. Pick it up and move it. The guy wide open, right in front of the goal. If you find it.
And I think
Coach Holman got a little excited there.
Well, I think I was getting excited for him. He was so wide open, he wasn't open. Well, you probably don't want your long pole trying to feed a creaseman, so you're down.
Yeah, and you're down 7-3. Yep. If you're going to throw it in there, you better make it count. Always play on the safe side if you have to. Nothing wrong with having possession. Still early in the game. We're second quarter. Still the first half, so you got plenty of time to go. Both teams are going to continue to get opportunities. Take advantage of them.
A lot of ball game left as the Suns casting shadows on our field. We got a fan favorite with the ball here, obviously.
Eric Dodds. Get a good loud cheer from the student section. Way to draw the slide and step in. McKeon's probably going to want to shoot that one overhand, get that one on cage. He had plenty of time. Got to put it on cage. Make the goalie make a save. Nice look inside. Once again, got to get it on cage. Great feed from the Aztec attack, number 25.
Aztec faithful trying to cheer on its offense, but we had an unforced error there. UNLV ball. Got some shadows on our field here, but that won't last too much longer as the sun's cresting.
Good, easy, clear by the Rebels. Here comes Jones. Looks inside the white. Down low. Off the pipe.
Oh. close.
Tell you what, man, the Rebels are moving the ball. Proctor ends up right in the same spot. I feel like Proctor has been in that spot a number of times today. He's cashed one in earlier. Good ball movement there by Jones over to White. Good stick work here for the Rebels. Here's another good look right there, and there's an easy one. That's just an easy one. Corey Ewing with his third of the day. Jones, this is a one slide, draw and dump. Aztecs are got to find where their two slide is. Got to really get it together down there on the defensive end.
If you notice, Chris, they were actually shutting off. They had a shorty shutting off a Blake Day out here that caused that when they came up top. Shorty shut him off, and the ball carrier turned. Drive and dump. We're at the 5:25 mark in the second period. UNLV well in control here.
When you shut a guy off, that just means that it's just your slides are going to become longer.
Longer slides,
right? Because you go from using 6 guys down to 5.
5, yep. And a lot of space, creating a lot of space. And not that I wouldn't shut off a 4 points per game average player, but you've got 3 other guys with 2 goals, one of which has 3. So it's a pick your poison here. It's a bit of a loose ball hold there on 17 Gray. Yeah, Aztec ball.
We're playing without a stick, right?
Yeah. You see the subtle tuck of the stick under the arm. Nobody's watching me in the middle of the field.
Sure. So here we go, 8-3. Aztec ball.
Under 5. We are under 5 minutes in the second period.
Looks like they're in a little 1-4-1. That worked for them earlier in the second quarter with a goal from Dodds. Now they go into a 3-1-2. This could be another unforced error unless McKean gets to it. He does. Here's an unsettled situation. There's a flag down. Oh, big hit on the inside. Another flag.
Walk away. Walk away. You got a flag. Walk away.
So Michael Morse is going to go in with a high hit. It'll be interesting if it's a non-releasable because he got him pretty good under the chin. First foul is going to be on, not 100% sure. We'll wait to see what they have to say, see who takes the knee in the box there. Looks like it could be Eric Jones, number 17.
So we're at the 4:12 mark here. You got a slash call.
We got a slash call.
Second penalty is unnecessary roughness.
I did not see a lock him in call.
No, it's not good. They weren't simultaneous. So the fouls are on 17 and 11.
Right. So it's going to be Eric Jones in for a minute and Michael Morse in for a minute. But neither one's locked in.
Correct.
So the Aztecs, here we go, 6 on 4.
4:12 to go in the second.
Hey, if you're down 5, you couldn't ask for anything else right here. 2-man advantage. You want to get back in the game, here you go. Good hard shot. Number 25 from the Aztecs. Unfortunately, we don't have his name. So we'll have to just call him number 25. Good low shot. We'd love to get his name. If anybody knows, please let us know. Unfortunately, he must have a different number when they wear their home jerseys compared to when they wear their away jerseys, or the jersey has been lost.
He lost it from UCLA last night to today. It's
possible.
Apparently, a young man went out there with his shirt on backwards last night, so anything is possible here in this early season. But we'll call down to the managers there and get a name for you.
So both penalties are released now, and now our score is 8-4. Good step in, good rip.
Good momentum for halftime, a 4-minute mark.
4-minute mark, second quarter, 8-4. Rebels over the Aztecs. Good GB.
You get out of this face-off. You get this clear, or you got something going here.
Hicks has been doing a great job for the Aztecs on the face-off. He's got 8 wins on the day. But now you got to clear the ball. Isn't always that easy. Got to clear it. All right, Aztecs have their personnel on. Good little fake right there. Oh! Come on. Got to bury that one. Man, good little pump fake right there. Draws the defender off the ball. And Josh Brent had a one-on-one with a goalie. Couldn't capitalize on it. But I love the creativity. Shouldn't be afraid to use that down the road here in this game. Now we're moving the ball around. I love to see a dodge here. When you're down 8-4, you got plenty of time, but let's go at one of the shorties. Good hard dodge. Here comes a slide. Dodge trying to find an outlet. There it is. Nice save.
2:20 left.
Great save by O'Donnell.
2:20 in the second period. Excuse me, Chris.
No. Good low-to-low shot. O'Donnell was all over it. Hard dodge. Dodge is playing with some confidence here. He's already got 1 on the day. He's looking for a second one.
Aztecs come out in a kind of a 1-4, loose 1-4 inside there. Two minutes.
Not a lot of angle there. I love the dodge. 2-on-1, good man ball right here.
Good man.
Pick it up and move it. If you move it, you got guys open.
And he's calling for it up top.
Young ones, pick up a GB and move it. Don't hold on to it. Good look. Off the top crossbar. Good rip. Josh Brent letting it fly. Aztecs are having a great possession here. Great possession. They haven't gotten it in the back of the net, but they're getting opportunities. Here's another one. Just misses wide. McKeon would love to have that one back.
1:20 to go in the period. 1:20.
Plenty of time. Don't need to rush it. Step in. Just got to catch and throw. Just got to catch and throw. Find the guy on the backside pipe who's wide open right now, and now he's not. Be patient.
Move that.
Gotta be patient. They're gonna get one off the ride? Off the pipe again! It's the second pipe in this possession.
Great action here, this ending up at halftime. Aztecs with 2 pipes on that possession and a number of shots. Loose ball push.
Here's a quick whistle situation, which the Rebels are extremely good at. Official had him bring it back. Sorry, push was on the Rebels. It's going to be Aztec ball.
Well, give credit to the referee. He did call black, but he pointed the wrong way.
Yeah, officials can always...
You got to correct yourself. You make an error, you correct yourself.
There you go.
They're going to want to back him up.
Trying to figure it out, yeah. Well, it was a...
Okay,
Wait.
I see what happened. So the trail official actually corrected the call. Now we have a timeout, UNLV. So that's okay. They got it together and made the right call.
So it's going to be the Rebels ball.
Yeah, Rebels ball coming out of this timeout. Just under a minute to go in the second period. We shall be right back. This is a proud supporter of SLC Game of the Week. Team Israel is looking for Jewish lacrosse players who are ages 18 to 26 to participate in the 3rd annual lacrosse birthright trip this June. Limited to 40 spots, this trip is completely free. Includes round-trip airfare from New York to Tel Aviv. These spots are going quick. if you are a Jewish lacrosse player, don't miss this great opportunity. Register now at www.israellacrosse.com. And if I have to say www, you probably shouldn't register. www.israellacrosse.com. Coming out of UNLV timeout, 40 seconds to go in this second period. I stand corrected, 30 seconds, excuse me. Slight delay with our teleprompter here.
I think we're going to get a loose ball push. Proctor with a good dodge, just trailing, hanging his stick there a little bit. Aztecs defender gets the trail check on him. Can't be that much time left. Under 30 seconds. Good ride by the Rebels.
You can actually hear it counting down 20.
20 seconds. Gotta push it here. Get the ball to Lees and go to the goal.
Coach Jackson's leaning in for that timeout. You get it? Nope. Halftime. So that's the end of the first half, folks. Good action. Your score is 8-4 UNLV. And we'll start the second half right after these messages.
At San Diego State, we ask questions. But that's only the first step of a journey. How do we give artificial limbs the ability to really touch and feel? How can studying viruses in coral help save entire reefs from dying out?
How do we put a nuclear-powered rover on the surface of Mars? At San Diego State, we're not just thinking about these things.
This is where we make great things happen.
When we talk about being an Aztec, We're not talking about how you were back in the day, or who you thought you might become, or a face you put on for game day. Once you're an Aztec, you're an Aztec every day of your life. San Diego State University, Aztec for life.
At San Diego State, we ask questions. But that's only the first step of a journey. How do we give artificial limbs the ability to really touch and feel?
How can studying viruses in coral help save entire reefs from dying out? How do we put a nuclear-powered rover on the surface of Mars? At San Diego State, we're not just thinking about these things.
This is where we make great things happen.
Jordan McIntosh, captain for the Georgia Swarm, the Rochester Rattlers, and I play for the Canadian national team, and I work for Driven. With professional lacrosse, you know, there's some time during the week where you're not with your teammates. A lot of guys live all over the place. So having that film on Monday that you're able to watch throughout the week is super important. You know, that turnaround time from game to film being cut up is very important. And, you know, film now, I think in any sport is, you know, you have to watch film to improve.
Gonna try and dunk it, scores! What a goal from Jordan McIntosh! Wow. Goes airborne and slams it in the goal past Dineley.
So usually what we do is we get in, you know, 2 nights before the game, we practice, and then the next day is we usually spend about an hour devoted to film, split between the offense and the defense. So you'll have some guys that'll watch both, some guys will just watch the defense. We'll go through our personal game from last week, and then we'll go through our opponent's game from last week and talk about, you know, tendencies of offensive players, tendencies of their goalie. We'll show the shot charts of our last game, their last game. So it gets pretty complex the day before a game.
Behind the goal, the dunk shot from McIntosh, he puts it in.
Usually we play on Saturdays, so Mondays, they'll send out a message in our team app, Driven, with the film, and then any reels that they create throughout the week, they'll send that to us through the Driven app. We can open it through the app on our phone, watch all our clips, you know, while we're mobile, whether we're traveling or at home. So it makes a really efficient and easy way to get all the film from last week.
There's McIntosh, swings a one-arm pass behind his back, finds Corbin Tao.
I think now with the film study and Krossover, it's kind of second nature for most guys in both leagues. You know, most of the teams that you're going to be playing on are using it, and it's just such a huge advantage to be able to watch yourself and watch your opponent before a game to hopefully beat them.
Jordan McIntosh led all NLL transition players in points and goals.
Obviously, in the World Championships, you're playing games pretty much every day. So the ability to have film from the night before or the day before, that next day was pretty amazing. We were able to do those film study sessions before our games. Again, looking at the tendencies of the team we're playing and looking at what we did wrong and right in the game before. But the turnaround time was amazing. It was very efficient and helped us win a gold medal.
Krossover intelligence for lacrosse can help you win more games and make smarter use of your prep time. We break down and stat your game film for you, giving you searchable clips, advanced statistics, shot charts, and other valuable insight that you can access from any PC or mobile device. In as little as 12 hours after you upload your video, each play will become its own video clip, allowing you to search the footage for any event or player. Here we'll take a look at all the turnovers we forced in the fourth quarter. You can use custom tags to label events in your own terminology, such as your EMO plays or slide packages. Not only will you be able to search directly for those clips, but our platform will do the calculations and tell you which plays are achieving the best results. Make film sessions more engaging by telestrating on your clips, adding them to a playlist, and sharing everything with your players or assistant coaches. You can also exchange film with conference opponents or other teams in your league with just a few clicks of a button. We'll even give you an interactive shot chart that lets you visualize where you are generating your scoring chances or giving up your goals. Filter by goals, saves, missed shots, and specific players. Then click on any shot to watch the corresponding video. Together, we'll make you more efficient in the film room and more prepared on the field. Coach smarter and win more games this season. That's the Krossover effect.
And we're back. Halftime. UNLV up 8-4. Coach Malone, what are your thoughts there on the first half?
First half, a little sloppy by the Aztecs. I think they did a great job winning a decent amount of face-offs. Just couldn't take advantage of all the possessions they had. And I thought the Rebels had great, complete opposites. Good stick work, playing smart lacrosse. And then they obviously find themselves up 4 goals here at 8-4 going into the third quarter.
Yeah, a bit of not a real surprise because it is early in the year, as you see a procedure violation there, UNLV ball.
And that first face-off of the second half is crucial. You want to come out here, be the first one on offense, see what you can do. If you can get one here, it's going to really hurt the heads of the Aztec players and the mental part of being an athlete here. Day and Beakley going after one another. Day is literally dodging the entire team. Draws a penalty. Looks like it's going to be a slash. And that's something that Coach Jackson talked about pregame, was the number of penalties they had against UCLA, and it's something that they had to work on. When you play last night, you get back late, and then you got to play again today.
Right.
Obviously not. You don't have any time to work on it. And here they are, find themselves man down again. And the Rebels have taken advantage of their man-up opportunities for sure. They're doing a great job here. They're just going to sit in a 3-3. Well, this is kind of a lower version of a 3-3, but essentially a 3-3 where the guys behind will come to the pipes. They're going to look inside. There's a skip pass, a little force of a pass from White. This might be the first stop. The Aztecs can clear it and kind of run the clock out of here. This would be their first stop on Mandela. See if Sandoval can run this one out on his own. Puts his head down there, and I'm going to get him for a ward call. That's a right call.
Yeah, he pushed him down.
Could actually call him for spear. I mean, he put his head down, put it right into Proctor's head. Could have been a high hit on Sandoval. I think he kind of got lucky there, only getting the ward. Can't just put your head down and run through people. Good look inside. Nice save by Carlson. Good shot by Fargo. Better save by Carlson.
The Aztec student section is swelled to about 200 students here, and UNLV is represented as well. I got to meet the UNLV team managers, and they were very outspoken about their chances tonight, and so far they've been correct.
It's a good start for Carlson in the second half here, coming up with a good save early on. Hopefully builds his confidence. He's going to have to make some saves down, this second half if the Aztecs are going to get back in it. But more importantly, the Aztecs got to take care of the ball on the offensive end of the field. Can't have sloppy turnovers. Just got to play good. Like here we are, dodging the 3 guys.
Yeah, probably not advisable.
Can't do it. Good GB. But you got it. You draw the slide, you move the ball. If you're trying to dodge through multiple players, that is a short-term fix. If it works once, it probably won't work again. Nice little look inside. Nice little pass. Nice pass by I hope I pronounced this one right. Rebic?
Yeah.
There you go. Coachable.
Coachable. We're at the 13-minute mark here in the third period. The sun is setting on beautiful San Diego.
Draw the slide, move the ball. Right? You hear people yelling. I can hear them. I don't know if that was a coach or a fan.
Even he got bailed out. Coach, he got bailed out.
He did, no question.
He took 2 steps and turned his back on his defender and then stood there.
And what happens there is that when you hold on to the ball, and that's Jeffries, when you hold on to the ball that long, the defense can time it up pretty quickly.
Right. Everybody's going to tee off on you. The slides are it's no surprise.
Let the ball do the work. Players, let the ball do the work. Right? If you watch the UNLV man up, it's bing,
Boom,
bing,
boom,
bing,
boom.
bing,
Yeah.
bing, bing, shot. Right? It might not go in, but it's a shot.
Yeah.
Right?
You
And
got
it's
the
a
quality
legit shot. Yeah, it's a legitimate shot. See how the Aztecs do here on man up. Their last one, they were 6-on-4.
Yep.
Right? And Jeffries was able to stick one.
So 11:50.
So let's see what we do here.
Excuse me. 11:50 to go in the third period.
Get a cutter there by the Aztecs. Move the ball.
Fouls on Adrian. Excuse me. I almost called
Davidson.
Aztecs Adrian Jeffrey. That's Jonathan Estrada was the foul. UNLV. 1 minute for tripping. It's kind of a.
Jeffries is feeling that 15-yard shot that he had earlier in the game. Probably a good thing that it went a little wide.
I was thinking the same thing because that was a slow roller. That looked like a fast break the other way shot. So
here's another low shot. Pretty easy for. I don't know what happened there.
I'm not sure I saw the scouting report, Chris, but did it say to shoot from 18 to 20 yards out?
Must have.
It's
going to be, right?
It got caught. It is a procedure. It was not in his stick. It was caught in his non-equipment, he called it, as we listened to referee John Bostowski. And so they gave it back to Black there.
Because the goalie hit the ball with his hand out of the stick.
Yeah. So goalie can use his hand inside of his crease in his own stick, but not deter another player. So good call.
Aztecs still have some time here on their man up. Get some looks. Definitely don't want to. Now we're all even. But when you're man up, you shouldn't have to shoot from 15 yards.
Right.
The Aztecs need to look for, that 10-yard shot and in.
It seems like whatever play they're running that Coach O'Neill has them running, Chris, is they're going with the first look. And maybe it's probably the third or fourth look that's the one you want.
You got to be patient.
Yeah.
You can't get antsy. Move the ball, turn the defenders' heads, and see what you get. You have plenty of time, Still have plenty of time in this game. Good thing is they're letting their defense rest because they've had the ball for a while now. And here's Rebic. Pretty easy for the UNLV goalie, O'Donnell. Got a ride, good ride.
10:30 to go. 10:30 to go here. So ball comes loose. Aztecs recover. Oh, good hustle here. Coach Gagnon said it. His guys he's got the scrappiest 15 players he can get, and so far he's been spot on.
Yeah, I don't really see a weakness on the UNLV team, except for just the number of bodies. I mean, they're all contributing in their own way. And that's why they're up 4. I mean, if you look at the Aztec team, it's just a little sloppy. They ride, they play hard, but you can't have penalties. Going probably man down too many times today.
Right.
And they're going to have to, they can't go in the box for the rest of the game, if you ask me. Just can't let UNLV get any easy opportunities. And then just got to take care of the ball. Dodge, draw your guy, move the ball. Let the ball do the work. Good hard dodge, good shot. I like that out of Jeffries. I think his goal was a righty goal, and here he is dodging left-handed, taking a nice lefty shot. So it's showing us that he can go both hands. And there's Lease.
Changing it up.
Lease with a good righty rip. Good save by O'Donnell.
Good outlet there, too. You see a little bit of sun affecting us as the sun's setting here in San Diego.
Looks a little confusion there on the Aztec defense. Carlson with a great save. But man, Davison just walks right in for a one-on-one. Aztec D, where are you? Getting fired up.
Coach is about to jump out of our booth here. Yeah, you really do have to stop the ball, though. First priority when it comes over. And that was a miscommunication. Lucky for them.
And maybe it was one of those where, some teams love to shut off when a pole brings the ball over. And if you did that, that's what happens. I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of it. Because if that pole runs by your one guy, you can give yourself up. You're telling, hey, goalie, good luck, man. Make a one-on-one save. And that could have been that situation. I don't know. But the Aztec defense was nowhere to be found. Nice little play here. Gets knocked down by Davison. Loses the ball in the sun.
The 8-minute mark.
Coach, you know what that call was?
I thought I heard him say he had a player here that was closer.
Well, it was a pass that ended up out of bounds.
Oh, tipped. It was tipped. That's what he was saying. Okay. Yep. So we work together, we get it. Under eight to go in the third. We got a score here, Coach.
Well, we don't have any scores here in the third quarter.
Oh, I meant outside of this game. Sorry, it's an SLC score.
Oh, some updates here.
I got my people working. So I've got Santa Barbara 9, Stanford 13.
Wow.
Yeah, big win for Stanford. And
hey, that's a Terp alum right there, Drew Verk.
Oh yeah, one of your
head coach at Stanford.
One of your hard shells.
Yeah, we got something in common.
Number of fakes here thrown.
Jeffries is loving his fakes right now. I think that's Jeffrey. It might be actually Josh Brent. He's throwing on some good fakes, but it's a big win for the Cardinals over the Gauchos. Is that a final?
Yeah, that's a final.
That's a final.
That's straight from somebody at the game there.
Stanford had a great win last year in the first round of the NCAA tournament. BYU. Making it to the quarterfinals. And I believe they won the WCLL last year.
They did, and
I believe they won.
So we had a good backside look there. He just stumbled on the pass, but he made the right decision there. Forward was wide open on the backside as we hit the 6:30 mark. 6:30 in the third. The lights are on. Sun is setting. I'm going to guess at about 68 degrees here, and we are playing lacrosse in California.
We haven't had a goal. We had 7 goals in the second quarter. We don't have a goal yet here in the third. And that sun is definitely causing some issues.
Another 10 minutes.
It'll be down soon. What, 5 more minutes here?
Yeah, 5-10 minutes. It'll be reach the crest there. And they originally had this game time at 2, and which was great for our broadcast. But when we moved to 4, we knew we were going to have some Mother Nature issues. Tough ride here. Exciting the crowd.
Dodds is all over him.
Just don't foul him. Don't foul him.
McMahon, who's already been in the box.
Oh, there's the push.
Wow, misses a loose ball push.
Okay.
Unless that ball was already out of bounds.
He's calling it out of bounds before that. Now we might have something here.
Play a game. Can't go before they blow the whistle. Can't go before they blow the. We got 2 balls out there.
I think he had
right
2 balls. Yeah, he had 2. The defender ran up on the ball.
Quick whistles are quick, but they're not that quick.
Yeah. I mean, UNLV wants to defend, but I don't think they can defend 2 ball carriers. So.
So McMahon.
Coach, I think it's McMahon. And we apologize.
He's a physical defender.
We apologize to his family. We'll get the correct
pronunciation. McMahon.
Obviously, after the game.
Is an animal.
But next game, we'll have it down right. That score is still 8-4. As we see our production crew from TVX Video. We thank them as always. Joining us new this year is Lewis here behind me on the technical side of things. And Deadhead Ted on the camera. Our man. I think Ted's been shooting lacrosse for 8 years, 7 years, and he absolutely loves it. So we thank TVX and the production crew bringing you this broadcast, and we will be going live from here on out, interactive. You'll be tweeting at us. You can text us. We're at the 5-minute mark of the third period.
And how long has the SLC Game of the Week been going on? What year is this?
This is our 5th. We're entering our 5th year of doing these broadcasts, and we've grown as the technology has grown. We've been able to grow with it, and we got a broken stick there.
Good clear by the Rebels. Rebels have not had the ball down here much this quarter.
As Kevin McMahon broke his stick.
And they're going to take their time here.
Yeah.
They're going to get this stick off the field.
Now, if UNLV had pressed that, they would have not stopped the game. But once they backed away and were not going to the goal, attacking the goal, they're going to stop it and get that equipment off the field.
But if you're UNLV, you're up 4.
You're not in a rush.
And you haven't had the ball much in the third quarter.
You're not in a rush. Under 5 to go, yeah.
Take your time.
You're taking your time.
Defense needs a break. Got 15 players on your roster.
Well, you know, the good thing about this, Chris, if you notice, we're under 5 in the third period, and Coach Gagnon still has 2 timeouts, so he can rest this guy. You know, he's got the quarter break coming up. It's kind of like basketball where you commercial break, you got the quarter break coming up, and you have 2 timeouts, so you can break it into 5-minute segments and let your guys run hard. As you see a triple team.
Yeah, I was going to say 2 slides. Not just 1 slide, they're bringing 2 slides a day. Scouting report says, do not let Day get his hands free.
Don't let him be the killer.
They've shut him off today. They're slide early today. I mean, they are all over him.
Yep.
But yeah, going back to the timeouts, you know, Coach Gagnon is definitely using them wisely. And they've taken advantage of them. In the first half, they took advantage of them. Once again, a sloppy turnover there by the Aztecs. Took care of the ball. Pipe shot from White. Aztecs know what those are like. They've had about 3 or 4 of them themselves. It's a good ride. Good ride by Rebick. Good shot by White. I really like the way he plays. He knows how to get to space. He catches it loaded and he's ready to shoot. If I was playing with him, I'd look for him all day.
2:50 to go in the third period.
McKeon, hard dodge. Once again, got to move the ball. You know, you draw attention from the defense, move the ball. There's a look right there. Here's a shot.
Skip pass.
Shoot the ball overhand.
Oh, Chris, you and I are in sync.
Sorry.
All I could think is, boy, you know, you drop he caught it up top. All he had to do was fire it from overhand. He dropped the stick down and shot it over the goal.
Goals are goals.
Goals are goals. There's a hold.
You know. Way to move the ball. I like that. Look at the ball movement here.
Oh.
Right? Dodge, draw the slide, 1 pass, second pass, easy shot.
Yep.
But once again, not overhand. Right? And they're missing the cage.
Our message to all players out there. Overhand.
There you go. Overhand shot.
Holy smokes. I give up. I think Coach Malone just dropped his microphone, folks. He walked off. I don't know where he's going.
And we said it earlier in the broadcast here that Lease was going to have to be a guy that stepped up. And here he is, was his 3rd goal of the day. 8-5. Gets his team within 3. You know, dodges hard, gets inside of his defender, slides a little late, gets the shot off.
Yeah, we're at 150. 150 to go.
Good possession by the Aztecs.
8-5.
Right, that's a 3-shot possession.
3-shot, but more importantly, as you mentioned, they did it off ball movement. You know, finally we're moving the ball, we're hitting the backside, not just dodging one and backing in, which we all know is not successful. It's a big ground ball here.
Beakley with the wheels.
Andrew Beakley.
Maybe a little.
Did he draw the push?
No push.
Did he draw the push?
No push.
Oh, boy.
Here comes a big hit right here.
Oh, boy. Oh.
Great
Oh,
ride.
he got it back, though.
Got it back. Binkley gets it back. I remember watching him in the conference tournament last year.
Yeah.
He's all over the field.
He doesn't stop. He's good fundamentals. Comes from a lacrosse family. His older brother played here. His dad played back east.
Now, the thing that we have to be thinking about here is how much energy do the Rebels have?
Yeah.
You know, how much energy do they have?
Because
they look a little slow right now. So Dodds drops that ball, right? So Dodds is obviously a right-handed player, but he tried to catch that left-handed. He didn't have to catch it left-handed.
Yeah, he could have just
caught it right-handed.
He had time, and then he
drops it.
And then you see his teammate was out of position and ended up little moving pick there. And even the player didn't realize he did it because he was stumbling down. But yeah, he did get in the way of that defender.
I'm just a big fan of use your strong hand as much as you
As
possibly
much as
can.
you Yeah.
Because he should have caught it. Nice save by Carlson. He should have caught that. Here we go. Carlson's having a great third quarter.
He really
He's
is.
got about 3 or 4 saves here.
Yeah, it's a good outlet. Good outlet here.
4-on-4. Is Sandoval going to go to the cage here?
We're under a minute here in the third. Can they get one?
Oh, they got it!
They do!
Boom! Sandoval, guy's been clearing the ball all day. Finds the lefty attackman.
Now I've got that as Roy Ward, another freshman. Is that 32?
I think it's 33, Coach.
33? Oh, okay.
I think it's Maloney.
Take it.
First of the day.
Take it. 8-6.
And it starts with the save from Carlson. I mean, he literally was the quarterback of that possession. He makes the save, gets the outlet, and off to the races they went. Sandoval makes an easy play, draws the slide, moves the ball. Nice high to low finish.
He shot it overhand, folks. He shot it overhand. What we got here? Do we have? Nope. Okay. I thought I saw referee John Bostowski reaching for a flag and turning the bench on that stick check.
Don't want that.
We don't need
Nobody
that. Nobody wants
that. Make sure your sticks are always legal.
You know,
right,
Coach. I literally, the 5 years I was here at Aztecs, and I said to the guys, I have 3 things, and that was one of them. You don't need to play with a legal stick. I don't understand it.
Put a screw in your stick.
Put a screw. Oh my God. You don't need it.
That's the other one. Use a screw. Don't put all. Don't rely on that tape.
Yeah. 50 seconds here. 50 seconds in the third. Aztecs have a little momentum. Well played back.
Good pass.
Oh, I read that wrong. Sorry. Down to 30 seconds. Excuse me. Down to 30.
Give and go.
Give it to him.
He's there.
Give it to him. Too late. Oh well.
That's clean. That's clean. I like the no call.
Nothing wrong with that.
Good ground ball. The Aztecs are swarming the GB. They have 5 guys up there around the restraining line to get that one back. Jeffries comes up with it.
Excuse me, it's under 10. Give it to him. Force it.
I don't know if they're aware of the time. When that time's at the table, you don't know.
Yeah, it's tough. Well, you would think you didn't see a lot of relaying of the time, so I think they were just letting it play out. So.
Yeah, but if you have that time's on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
You know, Jeffries picks up that ground ball. He's probably
looks
moving
back
it right away.
Yeah, you're right.
He was thinking, hey, let's maybe get a good possession here, and then all of a sudden, 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Now he's got the sideline screaming at him.
Yeah.
But hey, that's the way it is for both sides.
8-6 ball game, SLC game of the week, coming to you live from San Diego State University, and we will be right back. And we're back, and we earlier we got to talk with Coach Gagnon from UNLV, and let's hear what he had to say. Or excuse me, Coach Jackson from San Diego State. Let's hear what Charlie had to say. Coach Jackson, what do you see as different from last year about this year's team?
We're a much different team this year. We've lost a lot of returners, a lot of scorers, so we've got some new guys stepping up, and they're filling their roles nicely. We're a very young team. I think we're starting 3 seniors compared to last year, where basically our whole starting line was seniors. So we've got a lot of freshmen that are being forced to jump in, but we're excited about it.
Good.
So we got the first SLC game of the year. Every division game is a big one. How do you look at this game, and what are some of the keys for the Aztecs to come out on top?
We can't shoot ourselves in the foot. We played UCLA last night, and we came away with the win, but it was sloppy. So hopefully we got those jitters out. A lot of unforced turnovers. We've got to nip that in the bud. Our communication's got to get up. Really, it's our best against their best. It's so early in the year that we don't know what they're bringing. They always have such a small roster, but they're a very scrappy team, well coached. So we'll see.
I agree. I think UNLV, you never know what you're going to get. And I got one more question for you. Last night's game was 6-3. So I'm assuming, defense only gave up 3 goals. You see your defense kind of early on here in the beginning of the season being kind of that one side of the field that's going to have to do well for you guys to get some wins?
Absolutely, especially with our offense being so young. It's going to take them a while to get going, but our defense is very well coached. Coach Zingali over there has done a great job. The communication has stepped up. We've got a great goalie in Troy Carlson, first-year starter, but I think he would start for a lot of teams around the MCLA.
Nice, great. Well, thanks for stopping by. Good luck today.
Thank you.
Coach Jackson with some an outlook on today's game, and I tell you, Chris, he mentioned about being sloppy. Not that it's a hangover from last night. I think it's more of probably early season game, and this is a divisional game, so we're going to be in for a fourth quarter here.
Yeah, he's got some young guys out there. His whole starting attack, sophomores. They played last night. I will say the third quarter was a lot better than the first half.
Yes, yes, totally.
They took care of the ball. They definitely controlled the time of possession. They're here on man up, and so we'll see how they start the fourth. But the third quarter was better than the first half, and they're down 2, and they're right back in this game. And here we are, a man up. They're getting a little wheel going here. Wow, Leaf with his 4th goal of the day.
We forgot to throw our hats earlier, but he's got 4 now. Brings him within 1.
4 out of the 7. He just carries the ball up here on the wing, shoots that ball overhand. And we're now seeing overhand shots, so I'm assuming Coach Jackson or someone on his staff is telling his offensive players to shoot the ball overhand.
I think they're listening into us, honestly, and
they might. We did plant some,
as we implored them,
some bugs over there.
But no, that's a good goal.
Play.
Good goal, and that was an unreleasable penalty, folks. And I missed that call. I apologize, but that's unreleasable because UNLV is still down.
I'm assuming
Jones is still in the box.
That had to be a stick penalty because there was not a penalty at the end of the third quarter. So I would love to get an update on who's sitting in the box. Looks like it's number 4.
I'll check with Kelly and the girls at the table, and
Connor
we'll
White.
Find out.
Love to know what's going on there. Wow, get him for a ward. Eric Jones. So the Aztecs still man up. There's a flag right there. Still man up. And Lees gets another one.
Oh my gosh.
Rips the top corner. Went little sidearm to high.
Okay, so we're waving that one off.
Tied up here.
Let's get a game reset here. We've got a tie ball game. I've got Kevin Lees with 5 goals. UNLV is serving an illegal stick penalty. That's why he's still down. And it's a face-off. So we got a game, and we were begging for a...
and they're still man down.
Yeah, 1:40 left in his penalty.
So it was a 3-minute non-releasable, which means
stick.
that his stick got altered.
Right.
It wasn't a deep pocket.
It's not fixable. So what happens there, that stick stays at the table. That's why we don't see a stick in his hand. That stick is at the table. It's a little out of our eyesight. And what we don't want to see is a coach. When you're ahead and you have an illegal stick.
Well, we actually said it earlier. Check your sticks. Make sure they're legal. We said that.
And folks, we're not making this stuff up. It's just 2 knowledgeable guys.
Happens all the time.
Throwing our guesses out there.
Another face-off win.
And it's early in the year, and so it does happen a lot early in the year. We can almost guarantee that he won't get another stick penalty the rest of this year, but
and the team won't.
Unfortunately,
and probably San Diego State won't either.
Right.
But Rebick with another face-off win has really controlled the face-offs today. This is two different halves here. I thought UNLV with 8 goals in the first half controlled it. And the Aztecs have controlled the second half from the start to finish. And here's Jeffrey stepping in. 3-3 on the man up, little carry, little wheel.
Come backside, there you go.
Another wheel, step in, lefty.
No.
Just missed. I like Jeffries. Can shoot it righty, can shoot it lefty.
Yeah.
Love him to shoot overhand.
Overhand, and I guess my point of view is you're shooting top of 18 yards, 16 yards on man up.
It's a far shot.
It's a far shot, and the goalie is straight on. The goalie's, Or you could give it to Kevin Lees, let him just buy another goal.
Lees knew he was shooting that ball no matter what.
His hips were turned as he caught it.
He knew he was shooting it. He did not have much angle.
Nope.
Goalie dips his stick. If I'm Coach Gagnon, I might be using one of those timeouts that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, they have scored.
We're at 13 minutes.
5 in a row here.
5 unanswered.
Yeah.
Excuse me, we're at 12:50 to go in the fourth. Aztecs now ahead, 9-8.
Still man down. The Rebels are still man down. I don't know how much time's left on that.
We'll get a check on that.
But I'm assuming at the 12-minute mark they'll be released.
Oh, correct.
I don't know where we are. We don't have the clock here. Procedure white, Rebick with another win. And now I like this. And here's a shot by Sandoval.
Oh my goodness!
And he gets one. And that's, if I'm Connor White, you got an illegal stick. The score, they have scored 4 goals here in the fourth quarter. The Aztecs have scored 4.
45 seconds still. 45
all
seconds.
on this non-releasable
stick penalty.
3-minute stick penalty.
It's a tough way to go. Not that they're going down and the game's over, but it's a tough way to give up.
The game's not over.
Give up 4 goals.
A lot of time left. You got to win a face-off here. I think you got an Eric Jones face. You got to win a face-off. Got to stop the bleeding. Because essentially this has been make it, take it the entire quarter.
Right.
And they're going to get another one. Rebick has controlled the face-offs.
Almost a mental error on 3 there on the Aztecs. He stopped running. He was on the far side of the field. UNLV attackman almost caught up with him.
Got to know where you are. But you know what? If you look at these lines, though, they're all white. So the midfield line is just like all the other lines on the field. So obviously you got the big logo.
What are all those lines? What's that other sport they play? Football? Is that what it is?
Yeah, you got all the football lines out here.
Football, yeah.
Some fields will have they'll have the midfield line of a different color at the midfield line, so it's easier for the guys to tell.
Michael Moores with the great pressure there and control and really good. UNLV can come up with this ground ball. They might have something.
That ball's staying in bounds.
Want to scoop through it here.
Still staying in. Josh Brent, look out, buddy.
There you go. Good double. Good hard double. UNLV, great
Good
hustle.
Ride. Good hustle by Jones. And we're all even. We're all even.
There we go. 12 minutes. All even. Aztecs ahead now, 10-8. 11:50 to go in the third period.
And this is where a guy like Blake Day steps up to the plate and makes some plays. Connor White, who just had a stick penalty, I'm assuming is going to be out there. He would love to get one.
This is good patience here by UNLV. You know, they could have come down and rushed it, and this is great possession here.
I agree.
You gotta hold. You gotta.
Yeah, you're gonna get a loose ball hold.
You got a loose ball hold.
Hard to see the the Rebels numbers. We'll do our best.
Yeah, the white on light.
Right. Love those numbers being red. There's Day with a shot. Draws the penalty.
Boy, he almost caught that goalie. A couple more inches. The goalie wasn't really expecting it. Stick side.
I think he hit the goalie.
Yeah, he just kind of hit him in the neck of the stick. So.
But I mean, Day's going to have to. He's going to have to get some here. In this fourth quarter. I mean, look, the guy. What you said earlier, he averaged about 4 points a game.
Right.
I mean, he's going to have to get something here in the fourth quarter to get the Rebels.
UNLV calls it a timeout here. Penalties on 26 Black. 1 minute for a legal body check.
That's Gargis.
We'll come back after this timeout with UNLV with the ball down 8-10, and we will be right back. And we're back. 10:40 left to go in the fourth period. UNLV coming out of a timeout, down 2.
Man up. They're up.
And they're up.
Yeah, they're up. They're up a man.
Chris.
Which they've been extremely effective today on the man up. Jones has already got one on man up. Maybe looking for another.
Well, that was good patience right there. Smart play.
Ewing.
Oh, come up with it, UNLV.
Great hustle by the Aztecs. Hey, when you have 3 guys on the ball compared to your opponent's 1 guy, I like your chances. Right?
Yeah.
And this,
it was good hustle.
That was a team GB by the Aztecs right there. Your man down. You only have 5 on the field, and you had 3 guys get to the ground ball where UNLV had 1.
Right. I think that was Andrew Beakley that came flying out of there from that low position and caused that turnover.
He's full of energy.
His teammates, yeah.
He's full of energy.
Well, you expect that from a senior. He's put his time in, and now he's leading his team.
And now they're taking the air out of the ball.
Now this is when the smaller roster might be detrimental to you, because if they have to chase, you're expending a lot of, like you mentioned earlier, if you have to chase, you spend a lot of energy, and you get down the offense, and now you have to go to the goal, which takes a lot of energy. So.
Yeah, the UNLV team that we're watching here in the second half was not the same that we saw in the first half.
Right.
I mean, the Aztecs have shut out the Rebels here in the second half. Gave up 8 in the first. And the Aztecs are playing smart right now. They're taking care of the ball. They obviously took advantage of the 3-minute non-releasable penalty.
Yeah.
But look at them. I mean, they're moving the ball around. Everyone's moving their feet. Nothing sloppy. Oh, there's our keep it in.
There's your stall.
But it's okay. Here's the thing about the keep it in. You get 30 seconds to shoot it.
Right.
But here's the thing. I mean, it's like a shot clock in basketball. If you shoot the ball with 5 seconds on the clock, and it's almost an opportunity to take a shot sometimes that you might not normally take.
Right.
Like right here. Right.
That's a good take right there.
Good take. But he's forced to dodge, right?
Right.
Because he knows that the clock's on, so he's forced to dodge. He might not have dodged. He probably wouldn't have taken that dodge, if it was just a 6-on-6.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. In the settled offense without the
shot clock. Right.
Sure.
So sometimes, as being the coach at ASU, I almost didn't want the shot clock on.
You would probably encourage your guys to keep attacking the goal in the regular set.
Well, I'm talking more as on the defensive side.
Oh, in the defense, yeah.
Because that's when, all right, they're going to shoot it. There's a good chance they're just going to take a shot.
The unexpected happens.
Right. Just like you see all the time in the NBA or in college basketball. See it all the time. These great shots at the end of a shot clock. See it in the MLL.
Eric Jones for looked like
I think that hit the back.
Yeah, I think he hit his player. That screen. But they got a foul. He drew a foul again.
He did. So they're going to get another man up. If they can cash in here,
slash.
They'll only be down 1. I don't know how much time's left in this game.
We're at the about 7:30. We're going to get a time check here as we come up on the penalty. But
so we're under 8.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're under 8.
We're under 8.
We're under 8.
So we're about midway through the 4th quarter.
We got a slash here.
They're just going to run. The Rebels have been in the 3-3. I mean, it's a 1-3-2 that turns into a 3-3. They're going to probably look for Connor White, and I expect this guy, Connor Ewing. Here's White with the ball.
Wait, Aztecs are pressuring on man down.
Good rip! Woo! Good rip by Eric Jones. Here we go, 10-9. First goal of the second half.
That's 3 for Eric Jones, right?
Yeah, throw your hats out there.
Right? 10-9.
Throw your hats out there.
Throw your hats out there.
But that was Connor White to Eric Jones.
Yeah.
So Connor White's involved.
And it was off-ball movement.
Good for him.
Off-ball movement.
Because unfortunately for him, I'm sorry for bringing it up again, but he had to watch the first 3 minutes of the 4th quarter in the box. And, but here we go. We're 10-9.
Well, I tell you what, he's got his head in the game because a lot of players
will bounce back.
A lot of players will come back in if they get in. Some players won't get back in, and he got in and did something because he knew his team is dependent on him. So it's not over, folks. UNLV looking to tie this up. Oh, got away with one there, and the Aztecs still came up with it. So no harm, no foul. The ball did not lie.
And the Aztecs have won a number of these face-offs in the second half. And that's where the time of possession comes in.
Right.
Because they have dominated the time of possession here in the second half.
You said it. Make it, take it, and that's what you don't want. You can't live like that.
Good dodge by McKeon. I like the aggressiveness. I mean, you're down 1. I mean, you're up 1. Still be aggressive. I mean, you're under 7 minutes. Might be more now, but
under 7. No, you just read.
We're on. We're right on there.
Thanks to Kelly over there at the bench, keeping us up to date minute by minute.
So good hard dodge. Just got to put the shot on cage. Make O'Donnell make a save. He might have 1 or 2 here in the second half. So he's not seeing the ball too well right now. Defense for the Rebels are probably a little tired since they've been playing a lot of it. Aztecs are trying to get situated here, trying to get into an offensive set. Looks like they're going to go with a little 3-1-2.
Looks like we're shutting off here too in the backside there, and Michael Morse, 11 from UNLV, is really sticking close to Kevin Lees, which rightfully so.
And I believe we have the time wrong, Coach.
Yeah, I see the bench side top officials visibly counting with the hand swipe, which is good. Oh,
good
pipe,
rip.
and that's going to come right into the Aztec student section.
That's a great shot by Dodds.
And we've got a lucky fan down there, Coach, with the ball, and he's pretty happy.
It's a great shot. Great take by Dodds.
It's a beautiful shot.
But once again, the shot clock forces players to go to the goal, and it's a great rule. I'm glad it's a part of our game. I'd love to see a shot clock actually be on the field one day.
Right.
It's just going to make for a more exciting. I mean, our sport's already, one of the most exciting games out there, and a shot clock would just even make it better.
Right. So we're under 5 here, just under 5 to go. 4th quarter. Aztecs lead 10-9.
Great skip pass by McKeon to Josh Brent. Great skip. Sorry to interrupt you there,
No,
Coach, that was a phenomenal
that's
look.
a great play. The Aztecs are up 10-9. SLC Game of the Week. Matt Holman here, joined by Chris Malone. TVX co-production with the SLC, and we got a deflected pass. If UNLV can come up with this ground ball, they may have numbers here, Coach.
Great ground ball. Great ground ball by number 25. And there they go!
Oh, goodness. We have a tie.
Don't blink. Don't blink. Davidson with the first of the game. He's got something to say to the sideline.
He's got something to say to the sideline. How do you like that? How do you like that, he says.
10-10. Davidson, the defender.
Well, that's one of the players Coach Gagnon told us about.
He
had a
lot of
said Dylan
high
Davidson
praise.
and Michael Morris. He's going to lean on those two. Both sophomore defenders, and on this team, a sophomore is kind of an old man. He's got a roster full of freshmen and sophomore, and good to see that he came up just as Coach predicted. 10-10. 4:30 left, about 4:30.
It's a big face-off right here. Aztecs come on with it. Sandoval, that's probably his 8th ground ball of the day. Guy's a vacuum cleaner on the GBs. And if I'm Lees, I got to get the ball on my stick.
Yeah.
I mean, he's sitting on the crease right now. You're under 5 minutes.
He's got to go and actually go get it.
You're the guy.
Yeah, he's got to come out here and go get it. Maybe that's out of his comfort zone now. He's stepping out here. But he can't let that defender. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, he was sitting on the crease when the ball went behind.
It's almost like he took a little break there for a couple minutes.
Get out of there. Let's get the ball on your stick.
Now he's moving over to a spot backside.
Good hard dodge by McKeon. He's had some good dodges today. He's getting his shots off. He's got to put them on cage. But he likes his matchup here. He's going to move it on, but I promise you, if he gets it back again, he's going to dodge hard to the goal.
3:30 to go in the fourth. 3:30, folks. 10-10 ball game, excuse me.
Davidson picks it off.
Boy, he had me full. I didn't know where that ended up. I believe UNLV's out of timeouts, Coach. Did I not?
No, I believe
they have one in
both
one
teams
in
definitely
pocket.
have timeouts left, and there's one right there.
Boy, oh boy.
Right on cue.
Folks, we have a timeout. 10-10 ball game. About 2:40 left in the fourth period. 10-10 SLC game of the week, and we will be right back. And thanks again to Israel Lacrosse, proud supporter of the SLC Game of the Week. Team Israel is looking for Jewish lacrosse players who are ages 18 to 26 to participate in their 3rd annual lacrosse birthright trip this June. The team is limited to 40 spots. The trip is completely free and includes round-trip airfare from New York to Tel Aviv. These spots are going quick, so if you're interested in a Jewish lacrosse player, please do not miss this opportunity of a lifetime. Register now at www.israellacrosse.com. That's www.israellacrosse.com. And we're back, folks. 3 minutes to go in the fourth period. SLC Game of the Week. Matt Holman here, joined by Chris Malone. Chris, you're coming out of a timeout. It's a tie ball game. What are your thoughts?
Well, you got Blake Day, you got Eric Proctor, You got Connor White. Those have kind of been the three guys that have been able to create on the offensive end and get the ball in the back of the net. I would go through them if I could. Looks like the Aztecs are coming out and pressuring, but I would expect one of those three players to do something here. And be patient. 2.5 minutes, plenty of time.
Yeah, yep. Patience is key.
Plenty of time. You know, there's no shot clock right now.
2:30.
If you don't go to the goal, they'll put it on you. But, you know, draw the double and move it.
There he
draw
is.
the
There he
double,
is.
move it. And there you go.
Oh!
You drew the double, just got to put it on his stick.
Oh, good hustle. Good hustle by UNLV. I wrote that ground ball off, but 2 minutes. Just heard the 2-minute mark.
And there's Day. There's Day.
Is that his first goal?
That is his first.
And it counts.
That is his first of
day.
the day.
Threatening all afternoon or evening here, and he comes up big at the 1:55 mark to go. 11-10 UNLV in this SLC Game of the Week Division I South matchup. Playoff implications, and it's February 5th. Who knew?
Yeah.
February 6th, excuse me.
Big game.
Who knew?
Big game early on in the season, and Day could not have striked at a better time.
Yeah, he picked his spot.
It's his first one.
If we had the counter, I don't think he took a shot since the second period.
Now, the Aztecs have been sliding early. I mean, he went through two or three guys there.
Yeah,
I mean, they're coming at him with multiple bodies. They're shutting them off. They're obviously making them work. And hey, look, it's worked for the Aztecs up to that point.
Well, you know, Coach Gagnon mentioned he had two of the three offensive studs came back after a year off. So as Coach Jackson's preparing a scouting report, you don't have any you don't have any stats on these guys. So
no. Eric Jones would be one of those guys.
The only guy that you can account for. So.
And here's Jones with the ball with Dodds. Dodds is an athletic guy, and he's all over him. Forces the
What's that?
Got an over and back.
He had an over and back, so it's still black ball.
It's automatic whistle.
And you got a timeout, Aztecs.
Wow, Dodds forces the turnover. Great hustle on his part. He's been all over the field.
Minute 25, timeout, Aztecs. And we'll stay with you during this timeout, folks. Coach, you're down 1. Minute 25. And you kind of took
plenty of time.
You kind of took the air out of the ball though on your offense.
You did
a little bit,
but let's be honest, they had 4 goals on man up.
True.
The Aztecs have scored 4 goals in this quarter, and they've all been on man up, right? So they haven't had a 6-on-6 goal this quarter. Now in the third quarter they did, but coming out of this timeout, you got if it's me, I'm saying, hey, let's run a play for Lee's. I'm looking at Lee saying, hey, let's run a play for Lee's. If we get it.
You got us here.
Great.
Let's live and die.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's got 6 goals.
Yeah.
If you get it, great. If you don't, run an offense.
Right.
Go out the shorties. I mean, McKeon, Dodds, Jeffries. You've had a couple middies that have been able to create some separation from their defender and get their hands free and get a shot off. The other thing is just put the ball in cage. I mean, O'Donnell, he's had a decent day, but I mean, he hasn't made many saves this half. So just get it on cage.
Get it on cage. Take that quality shot, and we'll see what happens here. That was an Aztec timeout. Aztecs have 1 left. UNLV is out of timeouts. We're at a minute 25.
And let the ball do the work.
Aztecs are down by 1.
Where the Aztecs have been the most effective is when they let the ball do the work. Draw the double, move the ball. See what they do here. You got Rebick, Dodds, and McKeon on midfield with Lees. And here's a play. I don't know who that was.
25. He was open.
Was he?
A step or two earlier,
But
yeah.
there's
He
two
just
other guys.
stepped out.
There's two other guys in the same spot.
Right. And
I mean, Lees was over there. Jeffries is over there.
by the time he found him, his player cut underneath him, so kind of an errant play, but lucky for them, they've got a little more time, lots of time left here, excuse me.
Just bringing a lot of attention.
1 minute to go. So Aztecs will have to push out now.
Yeah, goalie. Rebels are doing a good job keeping this ball up top.
They really are.
Because Carlson's going to have to get out of the cage at some point. I don't know when. He's not looking to come out right now.
I don't think the two Aztec defenders heard the bench call that they need to press out. But here's the stall warning.
Timer on. Carlson's still in the goal. I don't know what he's waiting for. Coach, do we have a time call?
We are at 20.
10 seconds on the shot.
Oh, that's the 10 on the count. That's the 10 on the count. So no. Yep. That's the 10 on the count.
That's 10 on the timer on.
Yes. Now we're at 10 seconds in the game.
And I believe Coach Jackson just called a timeout for the Aztecs. But I like to think that, I mean, you're an official, right?
I can be.
You have been an official.
Yes.
UNLV just sent their whole team onto the field during the game.
No, he blew the whistle. You could hear it. You could hear the.
That's a quick whistle.
You could hear the 10. You could hear the bench.
That's a quick whistle for the Aztecs, though. At the top of the box.
Yes.
So the ball, you got to drop it.
You
they
know
can
what?
pick it up and go.
I say Coach Jackson bailed him out by calling the timeout.
He did call the timeout, but as a former coach,
could you maybe have argued for a delay of game if you didn't call a timeout? I think so. I think you'd have a valid point.
I mean, you can't just. Well, granted, the other thing that isn't good is that the clock is at the table.
And they were counting down 10.
So
they said 10 when he
I'll
he
give
had
the
his,
Rebels the benefit of the doubt on that one.
Exactly.
But if I'm Coach Jackson, I can get a quick whistle out of it. I might not call the timeout.
Right.
So here we are, 10 seconds to go in the game.
Let's recheck that. I'm going to call down to the bench here.
I think it's about 10.
I think it might be less now. And remember the new rule.
Maybe 9. Just got to get the shot off.
That shot off, yeah.
Doesn't have to be in the goal.
So the correction, we stand corrected. It's 2 seconds remaining.
2 seconds.
So this is a shot, folks, and we may see the new rule in play here. The old rule was that ball had to cross the plane in the goal. Now all he has to do is let this go. Now if that goes in, that's goal. And that's not going to go.
It was wide. Rebels are going to leave San Diego with 11-10 victory.
With a 1-0 conference record.
On Blake Day's goal at the 155 mark.
That is just, folks, mark your calendars because that's a huge win for UNLV. Doesn't mean the Aztecs are out of it, but it's a big divisional win to start the year off. And you got that in your pocket. You can get healthy. UNLV's schedule is such that they've got some league games mid-April, late April. So they have time. They're going to play a lot of out-of-conference games and games out of their division. They have time to get healthy, get ready.
Look, the rest of their divisional games are in the month of April. So they got Arizona on the 1st of April, and then Arizona State on the 3rd of April, and Grand Canyon on April 16th. So, I mean, look, they're 1-1. The Aztecs are 1-1 in the season. The Rebels are 1-0. It's a big win, and more than likely, both teams are going to look back on this game and say, "Man, that was a big win," or "That was a tough loss."
Tough loss, yeah.
But hey, first game of the SLC game of the week.
I mean,
I don't know if it gets any better.
I didn't need overtime because I haven't eaten lunch, but what a game! We again shout out to TVX Video, Ted, Lewis, and the crew. Chris Malone here next to me. I'm Matt Holman. We appreciate the support. SLC Game of the Week. Our next up, we have a schedule change. So we'll announce that by tomorrow. We had a couple difficulties with one of the universities we were going to film at next weekend, so we'll update that schedule for you online. We'll be fully interactive our next game. Great job, everyone. And we'll see you in a week.